Hey. It's your boy Jay Hardcore Boxing News. Back at you early in the morning. Yes, indeed. Appreciate each and everybody that's here with me this morning. Sorry for the delay. I had to send my father away beautifully last night, man, and I tied it on just a little bit too much. So your boy was a little tired this morning, man. But that's all in good. I am here right now. I'm ready to rock and roll. Yes, indeed. Ready to rock and roll. And it's fight day. And one thing I can say about us hardcores, man, the most important thing for us, man, is fight day. We love fight day, man. Yes, indeed. We love fight day, man. And can't wait for the fights that's coming on today. We got Julian J. Rock Williams against Carlos Adames. We got Erson Lewis against Arias, man. And those are two good fights. I'm very interested in seeing, man. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what does Lubin still have after that brutal beating that he took from Fandor. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely looking forward to that. Team Mitchell in the building, yes, sir. And he's actually going to the fight. Dollar DiBiase, what's up with you, my brother? I understand you going to that fight, man. I know you're going to keep me posted with everything that's going down. I salute to my brother, Dollar DiBiase. And I see you got the family with you, man. You all chilling poolside and everything, man. Great family, man, right there. Dollar DiBiase, man. He keeps his family close with him. I likes that. Yes, sir. He say, yes, sir. But, man, we got a good fight. Got some good fights happening this weekend, man. And I want to see what's up with J-Rock, man. I'm cheering for J-Rock. He right up the street in Philadelphia, man. And, you know, I got love for them Philadelphians, man, because they about that fight, man. They're about that work, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's where Rocky come from. No, thank you, brother, man. Just thank you for being the beautiful soul that you allow God to work through you to be, man. Yes, indeed, man. I thank you so much, and I salute you, my brother. We've been knowing each other for some years now. And I think we got at least 4 or 5 in the books now. You know what I'm saying? And I remember when I first met Dollar DiBiase, man, I hit him up. We was out messing with the Boxing Boys at the time. And I wanted him to do an intro for me, you know. I'm the businessman I am. So I asked him I told him what I was interested in. He told me a price and everything. And I told him how I wanted to be done. And I was like, oh, so you got to have your stuff on there too? Hey, he said, hey, man, if you don't want it, hey, you ain't got. I said, bro, let's get the work done. You know what I'm saying? You know, and ever since then, we've been great. Do you remember that Dollar DiBiase, man? Do you remember that? Yes, indeed. He was trying to cut through the bull crap quick. He was like, hey, if you don't want it, that's all right with me. And we've been good ever since. You know what I'm saying? Yes, indeedy, man. And next time the brother did something for me, man, I tried to pay him. He wouldn't even let me pay him, man. You know, don't think y'all can get away with that. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, he's just a good-natured brother, and I appreciate him so much. And, man, that's just how we roll up here, man, at Hardcore's Hangout, man. It's just a bunch of degenerates that get together, man, that love this beautiful sport of boxing. Yes, sir. He said, yeah, he remember. For life. That's right, man. Brotherhood strong up in here. That boxing fraternity that we part of, man. Yes, indeed, boy. It's like drawing in the blood of the Crips, man. You in this thing for life, man. You don't check out until you check out. Yes, Lord. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to some fights this weekend, man. It's always great when you got fight week, man. I'm gonna tell you, man, because if you're a serious boxing head, hardcore, or even certain levels of casuals, man, we eat, sleep, and breathe boxing, man. And when we get a weekend where we got some boxing, man, we build around it, man, like it's the biggest event ever, man. We be getting our food together, man. We be getting our drinks together, unless we actually at the event, you know, and that's a whole nother level to it, you know what I'm saying? Because now you get to be able to congregate with a whole bunch of boxing degenerates just like yourself. You know what I mean? So it's always a beautiful thing, man. I love it. I love it. I love it, man. And we just getting better and better and better, man. I appreciate each and every person that shows out up to Hardcore's Hangout, man. And like I said, we got this StreamYard thing going, man. And I talked to Senior the other day, and he gave me some tips on what I need to do to make the show move more smoothly, you know what I mean? So yeah, I reach out to my brothers, man, to find, hey, how do I get better? How do I do that? You know, because when you get to that point in life where you feel though that you don't need no help, you won't get no help, and you won't grow. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm open. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I know I need all my brothers to make this thing work the way it's supposed to. So I appreciate each and every one that walks in that door, man, that comes in this chat, that makes things easier for me. You know what I'm saying? So I thank you all, man. And make sure as you walk in that door, before you hit the floor, you slap that like button, man, and get that paperwork out the way, man. Because that's just how we're going to get more people up in here, man. We get more people up in here by hitting that like button, by sharing the show, and putting comments in the regular comment section, not just the chat section, but in the comment section. You see what I'm saying? And then I engage back with you. See, all that stuff plays an important role up in here, man. And when you do those type of things, trust me, man, the show gets promoted and more people get to see it, what we got going on. My brother said you are on the right path, my brother. I know I am because I got you with me. So I know I'm good, brother. You don't put your name on no mess, bro. So I'm more sure I'm on the good path, and I appreciate that you're running it with me. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes the brother get weary and tired, but I got my brothers to push me on and say, come on, bro. Come on, it ain't just about you. It's about all of us. You know what I mean? It's a we thing. You know what I'm saying? And I likes it. I likes it a lot. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. But we got J-Rock and Carlos Adames, and that's a good one. What makes that one so good is that, man, you know, we got J-Rock. We know he can rumble. We know he can fight. He showed us that against Jared Hurd. But sometimes he get clipped, just like he did when he fought the Banana. Yes, indeedy, man, and lost it all. So I think sometimes the brother fall asleep at the steering wheel, man. He be up ahead and everything, you know what I'm saying? And he gets too relaxed, man. But he got one of the best minds behind him in the boxing game, man. He got bread, man. I likes how that man mind work, man. He got a beautiful mind. So he got good stuff behind him, man. And I think he's like 33 years old, so he ain't too old yet. So he still can make that comeback, man. I hope that's what happened. Big Doses enter the building. Big Dose 513 said, salute my guy, Hardcore Boxing News and the chat. Yeah, we up in here. We up in here early 9 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday. Yeah, your boy was a little late coming up in here. You know what I mean? We sent Pops away yesterday, man. We sent them away in a beautiful way yesterday, man. Man, and then me and my brother, boy, we got the tide on that bourbon last night, man. And you know how it went from there, boy. Your boy was knocked out. So that I got home, man, I jumped in that bed, man, and I seen no more. I seen no more. I hadn't even set the show up or anything, man. Your boy was gone, man. That Maker's Mark 46, boy, get you every time. Yes, indeed. But I tell you what, I got my co-pilot with me right now. Yes, indeed, I got my co-pilot right now. So let me take this station break. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We in the building, man, and we making things happen. You know what I'm saying? And who y'all think gonna win? That's what I need to know, man. Who do y'all think gonna win? Yes, indeed. Who y'all think gonna win tonight? Do you think J-Rock gonna get past that big punch, man, from Adames? And do you feel though that Lubin and Arias, man, you know, it's a crossroad for both of them brothers, man. You know, they done had a lot of ups and downs in their life, a lot of ups and downs, man. I'm gonna tell you, man, that last fight that Lubin had, man, against the big boy. Goodness gracious, man. He disfigured Lubin, man. Lubin didn't look like himself after the fight. Man, I mean, he looked like when Martin fought Thomas Hearns. Remember that? Man, yes, indeed. Thomas Hearns put a bad beating on you, man. B3 say, well, first of all, we got Team Mitchell, Dollar DiBiase say, I got J-Rock. And B3 say, prayers to you and the hardcore family. Adamas by stoppage. But I hope J-Rock can upset Adamas. Yeah. That's how I look at it, too. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Team Mitchell said, my heart with Cuba because he's from Milwaukee. But Lubin is my guy also. Big Doe said, I just came back from the overnight fishing. Oh, why you say that word, man? Yeah, I love me some fishing, man. Me and my son, man, we was out last Sunday night, man, till about 11, 12 at night, man, fishing for them big old catfish, man. So, yeah. I love me some fishing, man. It's boxing, then there's fishing for me. So, I know you had some fun. And you took your wife and your daughters trying to catch Moby Dick out there. I know that's right, man. What fish is known for where you be fishing at, man? I'm up here in the Susquehanna, man, and the biggest thing that normally run through there is catfish. We got some perch running through there. Then we got a pot of some water that runs a little different where you're able to get some rockfish and things of those things. You know, we call them rockfish. You all might call them striped bass, depending on what part of the United States you're from. You know what I'm saying? But, man, I'm going to tell you the most important thing I like about fishing is the fight, man. Is the fight, man. I'm going to tell you the biggest fight that I had with a fish, man, that I was in Marcelon, sports fishing. And we were fishing for what was we fishing? We was fishing for swordfish, you know, the one with the marlins. We was fishing for marlins, but marlins weren't really biting that night, man. So next thing you know, I'm talking 2 different days. I was fishing for marlin one time and we caught a marlin. We caught a 99-pound marlin. But then another time when I was in Cancun and we were sports fishing, we were fishing for marlin again. And the marlins weren't biting, but the tuna was biting like crazy, man. And we was on a 4-hour trip. But, man, we pulled in so many tuna for the first hour of the trip, man. We were so tired. We told the deckhands, man, take us back, man. We had tuna this big, man, about 12 or 13 of them. And they filleted them and everything for us. And we took them back to our hotel. And we took it to the hotel kitchen, and they cooked all the tuna for us, man. Added vegetables and a Corona for $12 a fish, man. And we ate like kings. I'm going to tell you, that was my first time ever eating tuna in my life. I mean, grilled tuna. I've had tuna from a can, but I've never had fresh tuna, and it was a beautiful experience, man. Sorry about that, man. My brother took me over on that. You know, I'm just as passionate about fishing as well. Hold on. We got HUJ back up in the building. Yeah, I love when I see these repeat people coming back up in here. Good morning, family. Great to see you all. Yeah, salute to you. Appreciate it. I know we're gonna have a big time you up in here for sure. Big Dose 513. We was at the Pay Lake, so we was fishing for them big old cats. Yes, indeed, man. Them cats get big, boy, and they'll bite off of anything, man. You put a Slim Jim on the hook, they don't care. HUJ say, man, I just had perch about a year ago at a fish fry in Alabama. When I tell you I couldn't eat enough, oh yeah, perch is good, man. You fry perch though, but you be like, what's that smell? It smell like piss up in here when you fry perch. But perch, boy, that's a good sandwich there. Kennedy Clark is back in the building, man. I love when they come to the gym and they get that good work and they right back in there the next day. Salute, Kennedy Clark. Good morning, Hardcore. I hope J-Rock and Lubin can get back into the title picture with these wins tonight. Hey, I'm with you 100%. I'm with you with that. I hope both of them boys win, man, and get another chance to go for those them belts, man, that championship, man. I just like the heart in both of them cats for sure. Yes, indeed. Big Dose 513, we going out of town this summer to go fishing for some crappies and bluegills. More good eating there. Yes, indeed. I never tasted either. I heard they real good eating. Oh man, you are in for a treat, my brother. Both of them are good sandwiches. If you can get them big enough, yeah. So there's no bones. Yes, indeed. Being in boxing is in the building. Are you still on vacation, bro? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That brother living nice, boy. Got the house with the pool and everything, man. They said he came on here flexing the other day. I said, nah, that boy wasn't flexing this, man. He's just showing us how it is, man. Yes, indeed. Hard work gets you there. So salute to my brother at B&M Boxing. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Good morning to you, brethren. I can't wait to get out there and take me a little vacation. Yes, indeed. But I think I'm going to Jamaica because I ain't never been to Jamaica before, man. I never been there. Hook up with my guy, what his name, Leon Levers, man, that's over there in Jamaica. Yes, indeed. I'm looking forward to you, man. I'm going to Jamaica, man. I'm going to Jamaica. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, man. Grow up in them hills and smoke with the Rastas. Yes, indeed. So what else y'all got going on this morning, man? I know y'all can't wait till the boxing to happen for sure. I know you can't wait to get on that boxing tip tonight, man. And that's how we be, man. We was like, man, I can't wait. Man, and it's so funny, man. We be trying to do so many different things, man, to let that time go past. But I tell you what, going fishing be a great thing that you can do so that time can go past for sure. For sure, man. I got some work on the computer I got to do, unfortunately, for the next 2 days, man. So I'm going to be doing that. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. Yeah, hold on. What we got going on? I got something. Big Dose just said something. Let me pull up what he said. He said, sorry, I ran my guy, Coach Kenny, off the other day with Devin Haney talk. Nah, but for real deal, Coach ever come on that day? No, he was not. He said he was having some type of problem, but I will try to get him back in, matter of fact. So that shouldn't even be a problem, man, because Coach Kenny loves jumping in on us, man, for sure. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that, brother, man. And matter of fact, let's see how we got this right here going on. Yes, indeedy, man. Yeah, man. Coach Kenny, a good dude, man. I like being around that brother, man. He always there for us. You know what I mean? And he always keeps it going on. Yes, and yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. So, matter of fact, let me put some stuff up in here real quick. Yeah. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. I'm getting a little bit more proficient of what I'm doing now, man. I know how to do it. I talked to Senior yesterday, and he showed me how to do it as well, man. So I'm looking forward to hooking up with each and everybody. Lottie Dottie and everybody, as they say, man. Lottie Dottie. What we saying? Can't wait. I'm a boxing fan. Fiend. Hey, Hardcore, is Inoue still fighting next month? Haven't seen much about it. And the Chinese fighter probably spelled his name wrong. Yeah, I'm not sure who you're talking about. I thought you were saying Inoue, but then you said Chinese fighter. He from Japan. Anyway, he's fighting Cool Boy Steph, but that fight is still on, man. And I'm looking forward to it if that's the one you're talking about. Yes, indeed. That's a good one right there. I can't wait. I can't wait. Yes, indeed. I can't wait, man. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Man, oh man, oh man. We got some good boxing tonight, man. Like I said, I'm always happy when I got boxing on. You know what I'm saying? I love it so much, and it just makes my day just good, just good. Yes, indeedy, man. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. I enjoy it so much. Yes, indeedy. So yeah, I'm trying to hit up a few people, man. Okay, what we got going on? B3 Hardcore is running a joke about Inoue and being Chinese. Nah, he Japanese, ain't he? Yeah, I didn't say he was Chinese. I thought he was Japanese, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, oh yeah, that's going to be the fight. Yes, indeed. Nah, I wasn't trying to be a joke, man. I was reading her comment and she said the Chinese fighter, but I thought Inoue was Japanese. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know it all, but I know the fight is in Japan, so I would assume that that brother was Japanese. You know what I'm saying? Because that's one place I want to go. I've been to China already. So I'm looking forward to going to Japan next. Yeah, I want to go to Okinawa, man, a place they talked about in the Karate Kid. Yeah, I want to go there. My meant is running a joke. Okay. Anyway, is Japanese for sure. Okay, that's what I thought, man. Yes, indeed. He's a hell of a fighter. He's a hell of a fighter, but I feel sorry that he's gonna have to lose to my man Cool Boy. Scooter gonna put it on him. Scooter gonna put it on him for sure, man. Scooter just know how to win, man. Long as he don't get sloppy and let that boy catch him with the boo-bop bang, he'll be okay. Cause I'm gonna tell you that the Inoue, man, he bad boy, man. He definitely a bad boy, and you know how he get down. Kim and the Clock say Cool Boy is going to wash him and show he is pound for pound. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Now keep in mind, y'all, when that fight do come on, it's probably going to be about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. So don't be looking for that no 11 or 12 o'clock like a lot of our other fights come on. It would be 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Yes, indeed, man. I got a little treat for y'all real quick, man. Just a little something. Yeah, boy.
What's up, man?
The bill you asked for. Somebody was just talking about the brother. I said, look, you little man, up in here real quick. And I told you, man, my man is quick to be building, man. He loved talking about this beautiful game of boxing. So I stepped back. What's up, Chad?
Ain't nothing, just getting up, shaking off the car.
Okay, why am I not hearing you? Let me see what's going on here. Can you all hear him? I'm not hearing him, but I know I'll probably get that straight. Is your mic on, Kenny?
Can you hear me?
Oh, I know why I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
I hear you now. Can't hear you if I ain't got my I've been listening to the chat. You know what's going on, bro?
Ain't nothing. Just cool.
I know that's right, man. We talking about them fights that's coming up tonight, man. You know, we ain't nothing but a bunch of degenerate hardcores up in here.
Right.
We got Julian J. Rock Williams, and he's fighting Carlos Adames, man. Talk to us about that, Coach.
Man, I like both fighters, man. It's something like a do or die for Julian, though. You know.
You
know, he got the question mark on his chin. I think he got a good chin.
He said question mark on it.
Question mark on his ability, you know. I mean, the general fight fan, but I think I think he can pull it off, man. I think he can pull it off tonight.
Okay. What would he have to do, man, to extinguish that big hands that boy do, man? What he gonna have to do to take it away from him?
He gotta use his skills, man. You know, his defense. He's smart. He got a great coach, man. He's from up in Philly, you know. Most of the Philly fighters, they make the set. If they make the TV, they can rumble.
Oh man. Yes, indeed. Yeah. And then we got Erickson Lubin, and he fighting Ellis as well tonight, man. And I think that this fight is like a crossroad for both of them. What you got on that, Coach?
Oh man, I'm gonna have to go with what's the other cat name? Cuba.
Arias Lubin. I mean Arias. Yeah.
I think he's gonna pull it off tonight. For some reason, Lubin just can't get over that hump, man.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, man, that beating that Lubin took from the big old boy, man.
Oh yeah, from front door.
Yes, indeedy, man. Sometimes, man, what do you think? Do sometimes people just can't recover from beatings like that, Coach?
Some fighters just not comeback fighters, man. They just get in that. They just get that flashback and start falling apart, you know. Or they might. You never know what a fighter feel. They might feel something similar and think the same thing is happening because they can't see. They don't have a mirror to see what's going on. It might not be as bad as it feels, but they might think it's the same thing happening again. You know?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's like
Apart.
what they call it, PSTD or something like that.
Yeah. Because a fighter can have a small nick, a small cut, but they can't see it. They might think it's big just because the cut man is working on it. They might think it's bigger than what it is, and they start falling apart. You know.
Yeah, I understand. Hey, listen, man, look at the site, man. We got B3 say Coach Kenny in the house. HUJ said, hey, Coach Kenny.
What's happening?
Man. Kimberly Clark said, what's up, Coach Kenny?
How you doing, Kevin?
Hey, people been looking for you, man. I told them that we had some technical difficulties. I said, but you know what? I said, man, one thing about my brother, man, he about his word. So if he say he's going to do something, he's going to do something. So I wasn't even worried about anything like that. I wasn't even going to tell them I was going to try to tap you in just now. Somebody just brought your name up like 3 minutes ago. I said, you know what? Let me get them up real quick. You know, I got that StreamYard working now, so I got more options.
Oh, yeah. Y'all like this.
Yes, indeed. If y'all got any questions for Coach Kenny, make sure that y'all put it in the chat for us right now. Okay, he said, HJ, he said, how come all the fighters Tank fight disappear?
Hey, I think it's the power of his punch.
Yes,
you know, knock him off the set.
Hey, Coach, has he always had that punch even when he was a kid?
I think when he got around 12 or 13, it started setting in. Because Tank was so fast as a kid, he could touch with anything. So when we took him to Calvin took him to the tournament one year. And I told him you can touch him with anything you want, at will. So start putting a boom on the last shot. Touch, boom. Everything I be fast, and everything ain't gotta be strong. So touch him at will, and then when you finish, boom. Then he start cracking jokes. He started understanding, and from that point on, man, he was putting them to sleep.
Give us an update, man. How's he doing, man? How's the welfare of him?
Tank is doing good. You know, you feed him to the wolves, and he come back leading the pack. He in there playing basketball and football with the other inmates. You know, they love him. Somebody sent a message from the jail talking about Tank should be playing with the NFL because he in there doing his thing. You know what I mean?
He's doing his thing, playing football.
Yeah, and they said he belonged with the NFL. That's
man, I remember when I didn't start playing basketball until I was in prison, man. It was the most fun for me, you know what I'm saying? Because when you played basketball in prison, it was like football, and that's how you got your get back on guys, you know what I'm saying? So I can't even imagine like what football be like in jail.
But he always been a very good basketball player. He been playing ball in there too. They love him in there. He been playing basketball as long as he been boxing.
Yeah. And you know what? Most celebrities, man, when they go into them jails, man, they check in. But from what I understand, Tank in general population, man, he in there with the rest of
they wanted him to check in because of his popularity. You
know,
exactly. But he was like, no, he want to go out in population. You know,
real one.
And they put him out there. Why be afraid of your own people? You know, to go out there and mingle.
Yes, indeedy. Boy, I know he got them gorillas right in there with him, and Tank just taming them anyway. You know what I'm saying?
It's all love, man. You know, a lot for years, man. The jails they love us. They've been following us. They love what we do with the youth. You know what I mean? They've been following us for years. You got guys in there that's got life, but we keep them. happy by them keeping up with us, you know.
All right, we got a B3 say, Coach, J-Rock is taller than Adamas, but like you say, Coach, height don't fight. Man, somebody told me you said that the other day, man. I said I'm still in that one.
Your height don't fight. If you don't know how to use your height, your range, your leverage, it don't mean a thing, man. And a lot of people think because you're taller, you got the advantage. Sometimes you can be shorter, and that's the advantage. You know, it's all in the fighter's mental and his IQ. You know, you don't hit what's up there. You hit what's in front of you. You know.
Right, man. Yeah, man. One thing about Tank, man, he's a giant slayer, man, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yes, indeed, man. He showed us that with Barrios, man. Barrios was big from over him, man.
He was big boy, man. Barrios was huge, man.
Look. And when he went to 147, Keith Thurman couldn't even put him down.
Exactly. So that shows you, man, Tank is special, man.
Oh yeah, we definitely know Tank is definitely special, man, for sure. Another person put in the chat. They say, Coach, what's next for Tank?
First we want to get him home so he can spend time with his family, his kids.
Yeah, no doubt.
Before anything, you know what I mean? Make sure his health is okay. You know, let him rest up. Hopefully, towards the end of the year, we can get it on with whoever is willing to step up to the plate next.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. Like you said, first thing we got to do is get him home, man.
Yeah.
Hopefully he'll be touching down soon, man. We need that brother back. You know what I mean? In the safeties, you know what I'm saying? You know, he in the belly of the beast right now, and I know that he's okay, man. But I prefer for him to be outside them gates than inside them gates.
Exactly.
Yes, indeed. All right, Kimberly Clark said, Coach Kenny, how come Bill Haney got ghosts on y'all now that Devin and Tank are free to fight? They said that boy have been playing Casper with us. We don't hear from
Bill Haney
anymore.
I stopped talking about it because enough has already been said. A grown man knows what they want to do, you know. So I left that stuff alone, man, because I ain't the type to go back and forth too long, you know. So it's best to just fall back, you know.
No doubt. B3 said Tank's a natural athlete. Tank's a people person, so you gotta love Tank. For sure. HJJ said they don't want no smoke with Tank for real, man. They say normally they started talking smack as soon as Tank got somebody already signed up with him, and that's when you start hearing all the talk.
It sounds good, you know.
Postman says, say what? Tank in general population. Yeah, he in general population, man. Tank a real one, man. He a real one. Yes, indeed. Ain't nothing but a block party right now for him. Okay, the championship rounds are entered the building. Salute to you, King the Mean. How you doing, bro? Fat Steel is entered in the building. Salute. HJJ say, well, who would you like to see Tank fight next, Coach? That's what they just asked.
The only one left is Shakur, you know, in the lightweight division. If Devin Haney moved up, if Devin Haney stayed at 35, it's Devin Haney. Them three actually, they the kings. They the three kings in lightweight division. And I'm not calling those guys out. I just wanted the fans to get the fans what they want. Get the fans what they want.
Facts. You know, and they,
the fans are always getting exploited at the end. You know, I said all the time, they pay the live gate, they pay the pay-per-view, and you know, the boxing community is happy when they do that, but when they ask for a special fight, they bullshit the fans, you know?
Yeah. And we talk about that.
It's so much fraud in this boxing game, man. These guys got fake hearts, man. A lot of these guys got fake hearts. They handlers got fake hearts. They bluffing, man. A lot of them bluffing, man. A lot of them bluffing. They price their way out of the fights on purpose. You know what I mean? I think when you get a big fight, you the winner, no matter who wins, they get this amount, and the second place person get this amount. If you believe in yourself,
why not
take the fight? You know, if I'm getting 1.5 million and the loser get a million or 900,000, sign a contract. I ain't thinking about that 900,000. I want the 1.5. You know, I believe in myself.
For sure, man. Postman said, I thought Tank would be in PC because he's a celebrity. Yeah, they offered it to him, but he said, nah, man, I'm not doing that. Yes, indeed. Tank up in there, man. They said Tank in there playing basketball and football, man. They say it looked like he should be on the league.
Yeah, it's a lot of love in there, man. They've been following, the Jill's been following us for years, man. I get a lot of friends that you know, jail calls and they tell me all the time, man. We love y'all, man. Keep doing what y'all doing. Keep saving them kids because they know they don't want the kids to come in there.
For sure, man. And that's what's up, man. I love the love, man, that Tank gets, man. And I understand that they caught the people that broke into his house recently.
Yeah, I just saw the news yesterday. They caught 2 of them, and I think it was 6 altogether. So it's a matter of time before they catch the rest.
Oh, yeah, because you know the others going to start snitching.
You know, they going to get them.
Yeah, I was wondering what you was talking about when you put it's so much fraud. I didn't want to just make up something. I wanted to hear from you because
so
you just
fraud,
put that.
The casual fans don't know what goes on, you know, behind the scene. People box people in camps for weeks, you know, then they wind up fighting that person, and then they get on TV and they walk down the aisle like they go into a serious fight, but they know they've been whipping this person's ass for 6 to 8 weeks in the previous camp. But the fans don't know that. You know, the fans don't know that. This shit is fraud, man. Don't act like you grade fight a big ass fight and you already whipped this motherfucker ass for 8 weeks in the camp. Come on, man. You already know what you ready to do to them. Fight motherfuckers you don't know nothing about in your weight class. You know? One time Tank, before Tank got the title, we in the air, we on a plane going to the fight, fighting one person, but when the plane landed, they had another whole name. We didn't know what we was walking into. But guess what? We took the fight and Tank still clipped him. That's what fighters do. That's what fighters do.
Thomas Morris has entered the building. Good morning, Jay and Chad. Good morning, Thomas Morris. That's my guy, man. That's my guy right there. Speaking of prison, he did 27 years himself. And that brother back out in the community doing good things, man. So I salute my brother Thomas Morris for sure.
Free at last.
What'd you say, Coach?
I said free at last. God bless.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. But yeah, man, it's a lot of smoke and mirror going on in this boxing game, man.
That's why back in the 80s, man, before the internet, fighters ain't know who they was going into. They got there, man. It was what it is what it is, you know, and their heart was different back then, man. Heart was different.
Yeah, we were talking about it the other day, and I was explaining to them about the smoke and mirrors, how you get a fighter and they put him in a fight with a fighter that's a C+ or a D- fighter, but they make that D- or C+ fighter look so good with highlights and this and everything, and you really think he got a chance against that A fighter. But if you really know the boxing game, you know he's gonna get washed, and you see that a lot of times.
I always say the A, B, and C. A C fighter can always upset an A fighter or B fighter. But anything less than a C ain't got a chance. But C fighters are like a professional novice, you know, a good novice, but he got a chance. Like Iran Barkley.
Okay, yeah.
He wasn't the best boxer, but if he catch you, your ass going to sleep.
Yeah, so upset you. Yeah.
A, B, and C fighters, man, they can be world champions at any time, you know? Because sometimes you might get an A fighter or a B fighter half training because they fighting a C fighter. Oh, I ain't going to the gym. I'll miss a couple of days.
Good point.
And all of a sudden, you fight night, you miss too much time in it.
Gotti, man.
Exactly. Gotti, if you look at Gotti highlights, he was a monster against other dudes, man. I mean, he was breaking them down, dropping them with body shots. and get in there with Floyd, man. And Floyd was just relaxed off just the basics, and picked him apart, man. Picked him apart.
Bad.
And all these people thinking that he was gonna be Floyd's first loss, man, they crazy, man.
Yeah,
That was a C fighter against an A fighter, an A+ fighter, an A+ fighter, you know, and that's what happened.
Yep. And you see those type of matchups a lot. Very seldom you get an A+ against an A+ in the boxing game.
Oh man,
they got too much to lose.
When you get that, boy, you gotta fight on your hand.
And that's what we got on July the 29th.
Exactly. I think we ready to get that now. A fighter versus the A fighter, you know?
Yes, indeed. And that's when it makes it 50-50, and you don't know who's going to win because either one of them got a chance to make it happen.
You don't know the outcome of it. Whatever happens, boy, it's going to be something to see, you know?
For sure. But we don't normally get that, right, Coach?
No. I think Tank and Ryan Garcia set the trend, you know? Put it on the line. You know?
It definitely helped ignite all these fights coming up now, man.
Yeah.
Now you got Canelo joining with PBC for a 3-fight deal.
Man, listen. I tell everybody to be signed with PBC, you gotta have a heart. PBC is where you're gonna get tested. There ain't no more ducking with Canelo. You know, they gonna put him through the test. If you ain't built for PBC, you better keep your ass on the other side of the street. You know, PBC,
100 million they talking. They talking 100 million.
All road leads to Al Heyman, man. I'm trying to tell him. PBC is the best, man.
Hij Huge says, Coach, who do you feel so far was Tank's toughest fight?
Man, he fought on the Adrian Broner undercard in DC. I forgot the guy's name, but Tank hit him with like 10 uppercuts in a row. That guy, Tank stopped him, but that guy was tough, man. He was tough, man. Yeah, I think
get hit with 10 uppercuts in a row from Tank. He had to be tough.
It was before Tank got to Can you hear me?
Yeah. You good?
Yeah, it was before Tank got the world title.
Okay. Kimberly Clark said, Coach, is Truck, Mia, and Jaleel still signed to GTD?
Yeah, they all fight. Well, Truck fight late August up in down in Georgia. But
okay, you're going to Georgia.
Jaleel and Mia is fighting August 5th in Baltimore.
Okay, so that is solidified now?
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all got the site for it and everything?
Yeah, it's gonna be at the gymnasium, Coppin State.
Oh, Coppin State Gymnasium. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Okay, y'all hear that? August the 5th, Coppin State, man. Hey, your boy Jayhawk will definitely gonna be in the building. I got to be there for that one, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be something to see, man.
And that's Coach Calvin gonna be fighting Bullet, correct?
Yeah, he's fighting Bullet, Rolly's coach. Yeah.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard that Tank supposed to be his coach and Rolly supposed to be Bullet coach. Is that how it's supposed to be?
Yeah, that's how it's gonna go.
Okay. All right. You got my buddy just coming up in here as well. Keen Amin, man, for championship rounds, man. What's up, bro? How you doing?
How you doing?
Top of the morning. How you guys doing, man?
Good.
Keen Amin has championship round boxing, man. One of my close brethren that I do a show with at least once a week or once every other week. You know what I'm saying? And he knows boxing, man. He's definitely a hardcore, and he's a degenerate just like us when it comes to this boxing game. What you got going on, King Amin?
Hey, listen, first of all, I got to thank you for having me on. Thank you for the introduction. Coach Kenny, got to introduce myself, man. You know, I like what you're doing. You know, a lot of what I do and how I bring it to the table, I bring like the real spin to it. So the whole thrust behind what you and Coach Calvin and a lot of brothers like you, how you pulling these young men up. I heard you guys mention that you pulling these young men up some of these older guys and pulling them together and giving them more constructive devices. So
Exactly.
that's the whole thrust for boxing. People love to be fans. They become more fanatical about it, but I like what it do for the culture and for our humanity. So salute to you guys for doing that.
I appreciate you. It's bigger than boxing, man. It's because everybody's not going to be a world champion. You know, that's just not the case. But the gym it keeps them in the gym while they go through them peer pressure ages. You know what I mean? You know, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. If we got them in the gym, they're not out there being persuaded to do things by, the cowards. You know what I mean? And hopefully by the time they get 19 or 20, they mature enough not to know right from wrong. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, I also got to say, I don't represent the entire New Jersey, but Shakur Stevenson, everybody got to pick. We got to draw a line in the sand, So Shakur, a lot of people up north, we got to pick a guy. We ain't had a guy from Newark since Hagler. And I know Baltimore, you guys got your guy. I heard you talk about it. What do you think is the reason why people want not just this fight to happen, but for these big fights to happen beyond the fact that this is the future of boxing? Is it still that regional pride that we have? Is it just to see who's the better man, or just away from the pocket watching? What do you get out of having that fight, making that fight happen?
It's just to settle all of the who's the best stuff. You know what I mean? If you the best and I'm the best, let's stop playing games and show the people who the real best is. You know what I mean? That's all it is. No disrespect. If you the best and you really believe you the best and your team believe it, don't bluff the casual fans, man. They paid the gates, they paid the pay-per-view all the way up to this point. Now you're gonna slap them in the face and don't fight me? I'm not talking about Shakur, but that's just boxing period.
Absolutely.
For the champions, you know what I mean? Get the fans what they want to see. Get the boxing community what they want to see. It don't mean Floyd is undefeated 50. No, that today's generation think you have to be undefeated. But hey, at least Floyd fought the guys that was ranked in his era. He didn't put him there. He fought everybody that Floyd fought. The sanctions put him there, not Floyd. So Floyd fought the people he was supposed to fight. You understand?
Absolutely.
Shakur didn't put Tank where he is, and Tank didn't put Shakur where he is. The sanctions did that. The sanctions put Devin where he is. You know what I mean? So let's be like Floyd and fight the people in your era. Floyd did it. That's why I say Floyd's the truth. He did it, and he's 50-0.
You know what? I want to ask you something, because that's the one. Floyd take a lot of flack for being the one that they say he make the O marketable, or and I don't want to say it's his fault, but I just want to look to, is there any other fighters, or can we look to a fighter more recently that we embraced them taking the losses? Because everybody got to lose at some point. So what's a fighter, who's a fighter, instead of looking at Floyd and his perfect record, that ain't going to happen again. Who's a fighter that you watch and you say, regardless whether they win or lose, this is who young fighters or people that's trying to get into boxing should look out for? You
mean a fighter that's active today?
Regardless, even if we got to go on YouTube and do our homework, because we know everything on YouTube.
Ali.
Ray Leonard.
Okay.
Roy Jones, all of them.
Yeah.
Greatest fighters, man. All of them. They great.
For sure.
And I like Leonard especially because Leonard, a lot of people credit, I think, Jay, we talked about this, Leonard brought the big money to boxing in the 80s.
Exactly.
Shout out to DC as well. Brought the big money to boxing in the 80s. So, that's one. And we see, Ryan Garcia trying to pony up next to him. Speaking of which, Jay, I don't mean to hijack you, but what do you think of Ryan Garcia, going and training with Derek James? And was that offer genuine when you guys said, hey, come out and work with us? Was that a genuine 100%?
Yes, it was genuine, but I think the location is what, threw him off. But far as around working with Derek James, I tell you, if he's disciplined enough it's going to be good. But Ryan, they say Ryan had a problem with discipline. He want to do what he want to do. Come in, hit the bag a few rounds, go home, and do the rest at the house. No, you ain't doing that with Derrick James. So if he can do that discipline thing with Derrick James, it's going to be a mean, connection, a mean combination between the two. Because Derrick James is he's one of my favorite coaches, man. I never told him, never talked to him. We spoke over the internet. But, yeah, he's one of my favorite coaches, man.
Yeah, I like respect like that. You know what I'm saying? Only real men can do stuff like that, you know?
I look at coaches, man, and no coach know everything. You know, we learn from each other. If it makes sense, I take it in. If it don't make sense, I'll take it in, but I never let it back out. I won't tell. I won't tell that person that shit don't make sense because I wouldn't disrespect nobody like that. But I would just never use it.
Yeah.
You know, I learned a lot by watching Derrick James and other coaches. You know what I mean, along with what I already know. You know, but a lot of things that Derrick do, I do. We similar with the realistic of training. You know, like if you watch Derrick pad work, it makes sense. And you look at some coaches, they catch a sequence and they think they coaches. And a lot of kids get brainwashed by that because they don't understand boxing. They see a coach catch the sequence of punches and they say, oh, I want him to train me. But that coach really don't. If you put the pads down for 30 days, that coach can't teach you shit. No disrespect.
No,
but,
understood.
You know,
a lot of people don't understand the difference between choreography. That's choreographed punches.
Right. I could catch a sequence of punches too for sure, but I stopped that because I used to do it with my daughter, and she started making a lot of amateur's mistakes, so I stopped it. You know what I mean? And if you don't know, you just don't know, man. If you don't know, you just don't know. But yeah.
Going to the chat. We're going to the chat real quick. The postman say, what network is Calvin versus Bullet going to be on? Do y'all have that set up yet?
It's going to be streamed. I'm not sure who's streaming it just yet, but within the next week or two, it should be on the internet.
Yes, indeed. Tim Layton says, good morning, Jay and chat. Hardcore Hangout. Coach Kenny, salute. And King of Ming, salute. And good morning to you all. Salute. Thomas Demore says, salute Tim Layton. Tim Layton salutes Thomas, man. Yeah, man. One thing about here at Hardcore Hangout, man, ain't nothing but a bunch of brotherhoods that get together, man, that love talking about boxing, and we don't go for the BS, man, and we're sucker-free environment, man. We respect each other in here.
Boxing is the best sport in the world, man. You got
fraternity.
People in the sport that make it bad, but it's the best sport, man.
You know what I love about it? It's the discipline. You know, and you mentioned something earlier, so many crooks in it, but, you know, they get weeded out because you can only maintain the facade for so long, you know.
Exactly.
And I think same way with these fighters. You can match them how you want, but for so long, you run out of cans. You got to use fresh tomatoes, if you will. So
right. It becomes mandatory after a while. Now we want to see. It's time to see the truth. You know what I mean?
So let me jump back, and I had talked about it on my blog this morning, man. I got to tell you, I'm not here for Edgar Berlanga, man. Like I look at the way they set this up, and you know, I'm in Jersey. A lot of people, you know, when I lived in DC, I'd be like, yeah, I'm from Jersey. Nah, man, you from New York, Joe. I said, nah, I'm from Jersey. Nah, you from New York. But I'm here to tell you, we ain't supporting this Edgar Berlanga, the Puerto Rican versus the Irishman, you know what I mean, Al Sharpton style finesse. I'm not with that. And then on top of that, he got the nerve to call out Lasagna, a.k.a. Silent G. I don't see the trajectory for this type of fighter, and no disrespect to Berlanga because he fought to get to where he's at, but he's an example of one of those fighters where they got him drunk off power too fast, too soon, and I'm not waiting for him to be exposed, but the last time I seen Jason Quigley, Boo-Boo had dusted him off in New Hampshire or some shit, so I'm just trying to figure out where's the logic of where we see how disciplined Berlanga is? Where do we see his development against this kind of opponent?
Sometimes they build them guys. The top players know that he's not what he appears to be, but so they're gonna build him. Get his great numbers. His numbers gonna look good against one of them. Let's say they bring a Russian over that they put money behind, and they gonna put him in there with somebody like that and clip him. Now the Russian is the one that they got the money on. It's so many tricks in this shit, man.
Smoke and mirrors, smoke and mirrors. That's what we were just talking about.
But Langer, he got to punch his chance. You know, he don't have the best skill. We fought him a few years back with Demond Nicholson. Demond Nicholson was the first one to stop his knockout
streak.
Yeah. But some things happened 2 days before the fight, no excuses, and Demond wasn't in the fight. You know what I mean? You know.
But to your point, Coach, we see how durable Demond was because he went on to be a very credible opponent for Boo Boo. Remember, Boo Boo coming off of Quigley, but still, Demond was credible enough for Boo Boo's entry to 168. So, you know, as far as what are we going to see from Berlanga's on the downtrend. You can't go from Demond Nicholson to downward to Jason Quigley. That's, you know, who am I? I'm just some guy in his living room loving his boxing shit.
He's gonna shine against Quincy like they want him to, but when it's time for him to really step it up, they're gonna have their chips in place to make it do what it do, you know.
Absolutely.
Didn't he bite his last opponent?
Yeah, man, he bit his last opponent.
I saw a video clip where he bit him on the shoulder, right? I think, yeah.
So you say you can't beat him, bite him?
Can't beat him, bite him.
Your back is against the wall when you risking hepatitis and all sorts of, you know what I'm saying, bloodborne diseases. Your back got to be against the wall for that. And if he's that desperate, again, it's not me saying it, it's his actions. But I do got to shout out my man Khalil Coe out of Jersey City, New Jersey. He's on this undercard. Matchroom has been bringing him along. And one thing I like about Matchroom is they'll throw you into the fire. They don't waste no time trying to line you up. And like you said, Coach, if they got a Russian guy or other guy, they'll put you in. And whoever wins, that's the guy they pull up.
That's it. They're gonna test. They're not gonna invest too much money. They want to see, you know, they want to test that car, man, before they sell it. You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like that term.
Before they sell it to the public, they're gonna test drive it first. You know.
Make sure y'all hit the like button, man. We got some good boxing talk going up here, top level talk, man. Slap that like button. Show your appreciation up in here, man. Let Coach Kenny know that you appreciate him, man. Hit that like button. Share the show, man. Get other people up in here. Get this algorithm moving, man. We up early in the morning talking about this beautiful sport of boxing that we love so much. It don't cost nothing. Don't shoplift the show. It's free. All you got to do is slap the like button. Don't shoplift now up in here, man. I appreciate each and everybody up in here. And we got the master coach and trainer right here, Kenny, man, that knows his thing. And I'm telling you, he's the architect behind Tank knocking all these people out.
I get that a lot. I get that a lot, but it's teamwork. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I'm just talking about on the knockout side.
Yeah, I prefer knockouts any day.
Exactly, because Calvin like the skills. Yeah,
not just with Tank, but any fighter. If you can get it over early, the less punches you have to take. But if you have to go the distance, we prepare for that too. But I want to see the fight. If you can stop him, stop him.
Well, Coach, let me ask you, and I don't want you to give me no sauce, and I understand I might have to pay you, you know, behind the scenes. But is there really a science or a method beyond the 5 pounds of pressure to the chin? How do you teach a fighter to go for the knockout? You know, is it the skill or is it the instinct? I'm sure it's a combination, but without giving away any secrets, what is it?
There's a lot of stuff. It's leverage, it's distance, you know, the proper way of throwing your punch, turning it over, turning it under. You know what I mean? A lot of people just don't know what parts of the body you don't have to touch that hard, the clipper joker. A lot of people think you got no, you don't have to do that. All you got to do is touch the right spot. You know what I mean? I had a fight in the past, man. He came to the corner, man. He got a chin on him. Yeah, okay, he got a chin on him. Okay, let's start hitting him around his temple and his nose and around his eyes. That's gonna get him glassy eyed. Touch his body. Go back to his nose. Shake his every limb. Hit him high on the head. Just keep him shook. Then rock his chin. And his ass went straight out.
Method to the madness.
Right, that even sound like boxing. That's demo work.
You know, it's a lot more to it, but you got to have the right student to perfect what you tell them, because a lot of fighters you can tell them to do it, but they're not going to do it because it's just not in their DNA. I tell people all the time, anybody can go to the body, but if you get a fighter that can commit to the body, that's the one. Because it takes heart to go to the body and stay to the body, because you got to engage. You have to go into the battlefield to go to the body. But anybody can go to the body and land a good shot, but stay there and engage. They the ones that listen, man. They the ones that's gonna carry the mission out. You know.
Great
and
point.
It sounds like it's a lot to do with punch placement. Because you were saying hit him here, hit him here, hit him there. So that you got to be kind of accurate.
And in certain parts of the body, I don't care how you can't get. I ain't gonna say you can't get it in shape, but you can always be able to penetrate. I don't care if you got an 8-pack. You can penetrate. And a lot of times, fighters think the cockier you is, the more you can take the punch. That's not the case.
Mm-hmm.
You ever hit as a kid? You hit your arm, and you see the little frog come up. You can take a cock-teasing person. You hit them right, they're gonna get a spasm because they got so much muscle. That's why some fighters come in with fluid and less abs absorb more. You know, sometimes you gotta have water on your body. It ain't the cocky you are, the less you gonna feel the punches. That ain't the case. But it's so deep. Some people can't begin to understand, you know.
Hey, but that's why we at Hardcore's Hangout, because we got a bunch of hardcores up in here.
I love when I see you see that cock diesel fight across the ring. It take more blood to work more oxygen to work his muscles.
Anthony Joshua.
Yep.
He gonna gas out. If you work him right, you know. I love to see that cock diesel fight across the ring. Yeah, we gonna get him. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, we like what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? You all are getting stuff right now you don't normally get. This that technical behind the scene and how that big brain over there is working. You see what I'm saying?
Some people look at that and get intimidated, and the diesel fighter do what he's supposed to do because he got to fight his mind already. But if you work him right, you will break him down every time.
And see, this is also what the average fan don't understand when they sitting at the TV and they calling the fight boring, or they saying, well, but he didn't knock him out. You don't understand what it takes and what to do it. So this is why, you know, even myself, I get an education, master's level education in this thing of ours. So you got to appreciate today the game that we're getting, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you hit that like, give a thumbs up, and share this one with your friends and your folks. If they don't love boxing, get them to fall in love with this thing.
Ball is best sport in the world, man. You know, best sport in the world. Even when you watch MMA, right? They tangle up on the ground. They stay down too long. The ref break them up and make them stand up because that's what the people want to see. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That's what the people want to see. Break it up. You've been down too long. Get up. But they in denial with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, man. I love this sport so much, man. And there's so many levels to it, man. It's so much stuff.
Look. A lot of people watch the fights. They just watch the knockout. Man, I watch the corners. I listen. And one of the best things I like about the boxing, when a guy get knocked down, right? And when he start getting counted out, he see the courage he used to try to get up and beat the count. They don't always beat the count, but just to see them try, man, it's a beautiful sight to see somebody. You see the ref 7, 8, and they down there struggling to get up. Sometimes they get up, sometimes they don't. But people don't look at that part. This man is trying to get up so he can get some more, and he just got rocked.
Hey, Coach, I'll do you one better. Just last week, we seen Ramla Ali, hot prospect out of London by Somalia. She went down in the 5th, and then in the 8th, she got rocked. But the heart it took, she was like, woo, and she trying to catch herself, like, let me get back in it. And that's the heart it take. It's easy to win, but you don't know who you are until you get your ass kicked.
Everybody laugh at this. Remember when Tyson hit Trevor Berbick and he kept getting up, falling?
Yeah.
He was crying, man. The courage was unreal, man. People don't get that.
Same thing with Zab.
Yeah, that's all I'm about to say. Same thing with Zab, man. His mind wanted to, but his legs was on the other side of town.
Yeah, he forecast his due, man. He was trying, but people don't see that part, though. Oh, he got knocked out. Man, the spirit that these fighters have is different from any other sport, man.
Absolutely.
That's why I hate, no disrespect. When NBA games come on and they run out on the court and they try to use a boxing platform, you know what I'm saying? Like they get ready to fight. You ain't get ready to fight. You ready to play ball. Listen. I don't get it. I hear athletes say they get butterflies before you play basketball.
No,
How?
that.
That's something I'm missing because I've been in the ring before. I'm just like, how you get butterflies? I don't get it. How you get butterflies before you play basketball? You ready to play a fucking game. A game that you play. No disrespect, but I don't get it. I have basketball players say they get butterflies. I don't get it.
And one thing about basketball, I love basketball too, but it's discouraged. The physicality is literally discouraged. It's a foul. So to understand the mentality of a boxer, you might get it outside of the arena, but what you do in that arena, you literally playing, and the boxing is just not like that. You know,
now I'm always open to learn and listen. I always listen. If somebody can tell me why they get butterflies before they play basketball, maybe it's something I'm just missing. And if I understand it, then that's different. No disrespect, but just explain to me how you get butterflies before you play basketball.
One thing I can say though, one thing boxing has taught every athlete, and they'll tell you, ask Dame Lillard, ask Chad Johnson, all these fighters, all these athletes that's now showing up, Le'Veon Bell, right? What they're learning is that footwork is so important, because I've seen more guys that once they take that little bit of footwork from boxing and implement it in whatever sport they in, it elevates their game. So I can imagine the discipline too. You know, boxing is it.
Yeah, a lot of sports are similar, man. Boxing is not the only sport with a jab, but what I mean is, like, with the basketball players, when they dribbling, they got the one arm out there, like that's just like boxing. It's just like boxing. You take fencing, you got the guy with it's the same thing. The same thing, man. But people don't. I look at everything, man. It's like a lot of sports are similar, man. A lot of sports are similar.
Going to the chat real quick. We got Thomas Moore says, Coach, what do you think of Shakur's power?
Let me start by saying Shakur is a great fighter, great IQ.
For sure.
One of the best boxers that's today. But I don't care what weight class you fight, you're gonna have to fight a person off you at some point. And boxing, Shakur right now, hats off to him. But you gotta fight one day. You're gonna need something to get somebody off your ass. I say it like this: a banger gonna have to box one day, and a boxer gonna have to bang one day. Can you get past it? Well, can you get over that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what when Tank got in the ring against Isaac Cruz, he had one hand. We heard his hand. He hurt his hand 2 weeks prior to the fight. He had to box that day.
So he didn't hurt his hand in the fight.
No, we went into the fight with a hurt hand, and Tank had to box that day. You understand what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a day. It's gonna be a day where a boxer gonna have to bang and a banger gonna have to box, and that's when you can see if you got a fight on your hand.
I thought Tank hit Isaac Cruz on the top of his head.
No, man, it was too close. I ain't gonna say it was too close to pull out of the fight, but we did some things in camp where we thought we was gonna be okay. But when we got in the ring, man, but Tank had to box that day. You know what I mean?
And he did well.
Yeah. Hey, Coach, let me ask you something I often ask the professionals. In boxing, the world is a little bit different. It's a lot of energy, of testosterone, and we already know a certain man code already. But in boxing, it's still a little bit different. Which do you think is a more disrespectful term? When they call a fighter a bum, and I'm talking about just the average person, when you call a fighter a bum, or when you call a fighter like a bitch, when you say, oh, man, he a bitch, to the boxer in their heart, what you think is more disrespectful?
A bitch.
Okay. just because that's on man time. Period.
Yeah. I almost killed him.
We old school. We never take that.
Yeah. That's disrespect.
That's disrespect to the utmost. And y'all, and a lot of young brothers, man, use that term "bitch" so loosely now, man. You know, and I talk to him about. I'm like, yo,
but still, but today's society, man, you gotta sometimes you gotta bite the bullet and walk away. You gotta play your cards, man, because it's different now. You know what I mean? I'll be a bitch right now.
Understood.
At least till I get to my car.
You know
don't put your hands on me though. You know.
Yeah. And you know, as Jay was saying,
that don't mean you're a bitch, you know, but you rather be a live cow than a dead hero at certain situations.
Absolutely. It's different. And, you know, I find that these young guys, they get so upset and, you know, they just get to just saying things to each other. And I get it, it's high testosterone, man. But at the same time, I mean, but you've heard those same young guys, they get more offended if somebody call them a bum because they feel like they've been hyped or their ego as a fighter has been, you know, created in such a way. They like, oh, nah, I'm, and they lose it over that, you know?
Instead of just taking that energy and training harder to you know, prove them wrong. That's all, you know? Yeah, prove them wrong.
Yes, indeed. Hey, Coach, people want to know your breakdown and who you got. I already know your answer for this one, but I got to ask it from the chat. They want to know Spence versus Crawford. What you got?
This is my prediction. If Crawford beats Spence, it'll be from an early body attack. That sound crazy? He gonna stop Spence to the body if he should stop him. Now if Spence beat Crawford corner not gonna let him get knocked out. They gonna step on deck 9, 10, 11, 12 and stop the fight. That's my prediction.
Now let me ask you this question. You said the body shots. Are you thinking because they feel though that on Spence against Ugas was going to Spence body and he wasn't taking them real good?
Not just that fight. I see even the fights that, well, he undefeated fights in the previous fights I seen Spence said. I seen him get hit with some good body shots, but he, like a champion's supposed to, he overcame the adversity. But can Crawford inflict enough where he can't where he can't get past the adversity? You know? So I'm saying, so my prediction, if Crawford should win, I think it'll be to the body. But if Earl Spence win, I think Crawford corner gonna stand on deck and be like, that's it, because they're not gonna let him, get any further beaten. But it might go a smooth 12 rounds. But
that's what I'm thinking. I think it's gonna be won by split decision.
Time will tell. We got two great fighters, undefeated, man. And this is what the fans want to see.
Finally.
You know what's good about it though? Some people say it's 5 years too late. In some situations, it's 5 years too late because the fighters didn't live the right lifestyle. They got old, they drinking, they got bad, their body broke down, they try to rebuild and take this big fight. But these two guys stayed the course. They in their 30s, but they're young. Yeah. They stayed disciplined the whole time. So it's not too late. It's still a good damn fight. It's just as good as it would have been 5 years ago. Because they both stayed disciplined. They stayed in the sport and both of them still sharp and undefeated.
I totally agree. I'm proud of both of them for making this fight.
Yeah.
I'm torn. You know what I'm saying? I can't choose against the Jamaican, but I've been a Bud Crawford fan since forever. So, but ultimately, I'm siding slightly. I've always been on the Crawford side of things.
Listen, I'm gonna say this for the first time, man.
Come on.
Exclusive.
I'm leaning more toward Earl because my mother was a Spence. I'm going to go to my Spence family reunion, and my uncle was named Earl Spence. He passed away 3 years ago. His name was Earl Spence.
Wow.
So it's a possibility that we might be related.
You never know.
at the
You
same
got Jamaicans
time,
in your family?
listen, huh?
You got Jamaicans in your family?
Not that I know of, but at the
Yeah.
same time, me and Terrence Crawford share the same birthday. And I went to Terrence Crawford's house a few years ago, and he into the dogs just like I'm into the dogs. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But they say blood thicker than water, but you need both to live. So I'm in the audience. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Coach, I took one of your sayings, man, when me and you had that interview, and you said, man, one thing about Spence, man, Spence gonna hit you in your head, he gonna hit you in your arms, he gonna hit you in your shoulder, he gonna hit you on the bottom of your feet.
Spence gonna hit you, man. Like you see fighters hold their guards up, and other your opponent always going up trying to get around your gloves to get it. Man, Spence hitting all of that. He hitting your gloves and every damn thing.
Trying to go through you.
Yeah, you know. So Crawford got a perfect game plan, man.
Coming out the chat, Kimberly Clark said Jaleel, Malik, and Mia and Stacy are all doing their thing coming out of the Upton. Congrats, Coach Kenny, and to Coach Calvin as well.
Appreciate you. And the coaches that nobody see behind the scene. We got a nice staff, man. Yeah, and it's all God's work, you know.
For sure, for sure. One thing about Mia, man, Mia always working, man. I said, has camp started? She said camp all the time for me.
Yeah, man, Mia stay in the gym, man. She stay in the gym. She don't miss a beat.
I can't wait till she finally get her break, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna tell you, she gonna set that women's division on fire. And one thing about my brother right here, King Amin, he knows the women boxing. I mean,
inside out.
Come to women's boxing, I step down to him because this brother knows his women's boxing.
Wow, that's good. That's good. Yeah.
And women's boxing for me is very exciting right now. You know, we got Franchon Cruz coming up next week, but the young lady y'all talking about out of Baltimore.
That's my daughter, Mia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me about it. I need to know. You got to hit me.
Man, Mia's been in the gym since she was 4 years old. I started at home when she was 1. Then I started taking her to the gym when she was 4, turning 5. You know, and she only had 24 amateur fights, 20-4. I'm not hot on amateur tournaments because I've seen so much over the years with the officials and favoritism and this person dating that person and they backstabbing. I ain't want my, and then they teach, no disrespect, a European style of fighting. My daughter's not European. You understand? So why teach her European? You know, we get down and dirty. The Puerto Ricans get down and dirty, and it's like we forced to do this. No, I don't want that. We don't want that. So, but the whole 20 years she's been in the gym. That's what people. Oh, she only had 24 fights. Yeah, I fight her. Okay. I don't believe in 200 or 300 amateur fights making a fighter. That don't mean because you didn't have that many amateur fights don't mean you're not going to be a great fighter. You know what I mean? Professional.
Absolutely.
That's my opinion though. But a lot of great fighters didn't have any amateur fights. You know.
Definitely.
It's with the fighter being a student and having a great teacher. You know.
And I tell you one off the top of my head. She's a flyweight champ. 105 pounds, Yocasta Valle out of Costa Rica. You can't even find her amateur record. You know what I'm saying? And her father brought her up. Same way you talking. And now she's the unified champ. You know what I mean? She waiting for a showdown with Shanicia Estrada. So, you know, it ain't, you know, how you got there is as long as you got there.
And a lot of the fighters, they start at a certain age and they go to these tournaments just to get the experience. But we've been in the gym since we was babies. So Mia can throw a jab. Any punch that a fighter had, 100 and some amateur fights, 200 amateur fights. Mia had 24 amateur fights. She can throw any punch they can throw.
And I mean, I think you probably She fought on the Tank Hector Garcia undercard, Mia Ellis.
Yep, I know the name.
Okay.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't even put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah. Killer B. Killer B.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, she been on my radar. Okay, forget about it.
That's his daughter.
This next August we fighting the girl from out of Australia. Her name is Beck. What's her name? Beck Colonies or something?
Beck Connolly.
Yeah, now listen. She's like 4 and 17, right? And everybody went, why are you fighting her?
She got experience.
She got experience, and she's been on the zone a few times, and she's been in with champions that couldn't get. She's been a distance with these champions, right?
Absolutely.
And I'm looking like, why they can't stop them? So I want to put Mia in there to see why they can't stop. Mia's on a mission this fight, even though she got. I want to see Mia. Is her punch different from these other girls that went the distance? I'm looking at it like, why they can't stop her?
Beck Connolly is like Derek Chisora. Like you ain't in the heavyweight division, unless you get through a Derek Chisora. So Beck Connolly, she's the one that's like, yo, if we want to see you on that level, get in there with a Beck Connolly. You right about that one.
And that's why I'm putting it in there. She's tough, man. And so you move. You don't just take fights. I take fights for a reason, and I don't take fights for a reason. Like we was offered the girl from out of New York.
Heather Hardy.
They offered us that fight, right? She was 20 and 2 or 20 and 1 at the time. Mia had 4 or 5 fights, and she was former world champion. They offered us $5,000 for the fight for an 8-rounder. I said no.
Yeah,
we going into a former world champion, an 8-round, and all the Mia fights been KO'd so far except one. So we never been the distance. And you only offering us $5,000, but every time Mia fought her 4-rounders, she got paid $5,000 or more. So you want me to go into an 8-round and get $5,000? I ain't doing that. Her 4-rounders was $5,000. You understand what I'm saying?
Crazy.
We got a super chat. Let's look at B3. I appreciate the 2 bings, baby boy. He said, Coach, how you see Tank versus Shakur fight playing out?
See, when I comment on this stuff,
it goes viral.
Jokers want to, oh man.
Let Coach have an opinion, ladies and gentlemen. Don't be looking for sound bites and trying to clip him up, and you know what I'm saying?
Man, it won't go 12 rounds. That's not fair. It won't go 12. And that's my opinion. But when people hear my opinion, they get upset.
Yeah, like you can't even have an opinion.
You don't fight a man with a baseball or a man with 2 bricks in his hand with a fly swatter.
That's it.
You understand what I'm saying? You don't do that. If I had 2 bricks in my hand, would you come at me with a fly swatter?
Yeah, I'd be crazy to do that.
Case closed. That's my opinion. And everybody say, oh, his defense, Shakur defense is this, Shakur defense is that. It is, but the reality of the sport, everybody get hit every round.
And all it takes is one.
If you show me a fighter that don't get hit in a 12-round fight, I'll never teach boxing again. I'm done with this sport. So you got talk realistically when you talk boxing. Some people just be in this illusional fucking trip like they fucking crazy. You understand what I'm saying?
They fans of the man and not fans of the sport. That's one thing we got to separate. You got to be a fan of the sport and be able to say, hey, my guy, I tell a story all the time. When I was younger, only time my pops really, wild on me because I chose Mike Tyson over Razor Ruddock. You know what I'm saying? He like, yo, you can't choose, you know what I mean? You can't choose the Yankee over the Jamaican. I'm like, nah, daddy. Mike Tyson is Mike Tyson. I don't give a shit if that man Jamaican or not. Mike Tyson is Mike Tyson.
I
took an ass whooping that night, but Mike won.
Listen, I tell everybody before Tyson Fury came, I said it's a white guy coming, man, named Tyson Fury. When he get it, ain't nobody gonna beat him. oh man, why you going for him? I'm not going. I'm going off his ability. It's not a race card thing, you know. Or people say, oh man, you going with him? The man can fight.
Yeah.
The man can fight.
And he has proven you right.
I was talking about him before anybody even knew who he was. You know what I mean? Man can fight.
Coach, while we're in the heavyweight division, what you think about Jared Anderson? Is he being brought along fairly where we can see what he's capable of? Or
I like him.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect heavyweight. He got some flaws, but he got room to learn. He's learning. So
He's young.
All fighters have flaws, but he's young. He's learning. He's doing excellent, man. And I got him being the future heavyweight champion. He got a nice test coming up.
Charles Martin, right?
Because Charles Martin is about fighting now. You know what I'm saying? Ever since he sold his belt back in the day, now he's serious about it, man.
That's gonna be a good test for him, man, because a lot of people call him a bum, but I tell anybody, all heavyweights can punch, man.
Yeah. He was in that fight with Ortiz before he was in that fight good.
You can be 0-20, but your ass can still punch. You know? So
hey, the words of Buster Douglas said, any man 250 pounds or more can knock you out.
And so it's gonna be a good test for him, man. I like him. Good.
Slap the like button as you come in the door, man. Let the algorithm know what's going on up in here, man. We got some good boxing talk, and I'm talking some good technical talk right now, man. Behind the scene words, we got world trainer Coach Kenny up in here, man, and he's been dropping a lot of jewels on us today, man. So show the respect with a like, a share, you know what I mean, and a subscription. We need all of that, man, for sure. Let me run into the chat real quick.
Real quick, Jay. I gotta cut out, man. I gotta get ready to go to my daughter's recital.
All right,
dad duty. But Coach Kenny, it was my pleasure.
Hey, nice to meet you, man. So, we'll chop it up again soon.
Absolutely. Listen, man, this is Turnpike Love. I appreciate what you do. Keep bringing them young ones up. Keep, supporting Tank and doing what you do. And hopefully one of these days we'll get to bust it up again. Big J, my big brother, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for just throwing me a line. I was sitting around getting ready for family time, but boxing brings people together, and I'm glad I came together with you, gentlemen. Salute, ladies and gentlemen. Look, I got perspiration in my arms. I'm working hard. This shit is real.
You know how you come up here, you get that sparring up in here.
I was working.
All right.
All right, brother. It's a pleasure.
All right, man.
Hey, let's get up next week, Thursday.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, then. Yes, I love that guy, man. He's real passionate about boxing. You know what I'm saying? Yes, indeed. Big Shakur fan, big Crawford fan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but I've been saying it all the time, man. Shakur Stevenson, man, is the second best light heavyweight. I mean, second best lightweight. Yeah. Lightweight, man.
Yeah, man. And that's going to be another one, just like how Terrence Crawford and Spence fight is, man. You know what I mean? People are going to clamor for it. And one thing about it, man, if you will build it, they will come. People will pay for that fight.
Yeah, I hate when people know who's going to win. They know it, but they don't bet that money. But you'll see them over there betting on basketball, betting on football, but they won't bet when it comes to that ring, man.
That is so true, man. And sometimes you can't make no money on a fight because it's so even.
No, you can make money if I bet you, me and you agree to a certain amount, money is made.
Oh yeah. I'm talking about if you with the bookies.
Yeah, the bookies. Yeah, but jokers don't bet, but they know who's gonna win. This shit be crazy.
Yes, indeed, man. But yeah, that Spence and Crawford fight, man. I'm gonna tell you, man. I think about that fight each and every day. You know what I mean? And like you said, man, they should have had that fight on July the 4th, man, because it's gonna be fireworks.
Fireworks, man. It's highly anticipated, man. The streets gonna be empty because everybody tuning into that one.
Yes, indeedy, man. It's gonna be the one. Are you going to it, Coach?
I'm not sure. We getting ready for camp. We got quite a few fighters, so
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I might dive in and out, but I can't stay no days,
Yeah, I'm waiting to find out if I get approved for my credentials on it before I pull that switch. You know what I mean? I want to make sure of that. What do you think about this upcoming fight with Boots and Vila?
Man, it ain't going
July the 8th.
It ain't going past 5 rounds. Boots, man.
I said 6 myself, so yeah, I'm with you on that.
Man, Boots ain't got to look for this joker, man. Shit.
Yeah, and I think he got a bone to pick too.
You might see 2 ears floating in the ring because his head gonna be gone. You know what I'm saying?
Mr. Potato Head, huh?
His head gonna be gone when Boots hit it, boy. I'm telling you.
Yeah, man, because Boots got so much flack from his last fight against Karen, which he won unanimously.
That's crazy, man. Because the man got a unanimous decision. That was a great win for him. People get upset because they don't see the knockout when they want to see it all the time, you know. But it happens, man. All fighters have. I ain't gonna say it was a bad night, but things don't go the way that they wanted it to go that night. But they still get the victory, you know.
Yeah, but what it does though is gave him a chance to look at some things he needed to work on. You know what I mean? Because he wasn't really cutting that ring off like he wanted to. Right. And he really wanted that knockout, so he was going for the head more than the body that day. You know what I'm saying?
He can box too, man. He can box too, man. He just, you know, had his mind on knocking cat out that night. But
yeah, sure. I remember you said he went 25 rounds with no water at sparring.
He puts in work, man. He puts in work. People think we be exaggerating. That boy put in work, man.
And he's huge.
They gonna see. Remember that name, Boots Ennis.
Now let me ask you a question: if you was to put him in there with Spence or Crawford, could he get with him right now or not?
Yeah,
he could.
Yeah, he right now. He 30-something and old. You know, if you can't do it now, you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. There's a lot of these guys, they not giving him an opportunity. I ain't saying Crawford and Earl, but welterweights, man, that's not before he got ranked. But now Boots is at the top. Guys wouldn't give him an opportunity, man, because they know.
All right, we got a new guy, Mike Miser. Welcome to the platform. You're the most important person in here. I love seeing new people that come through the building. He said, "What's up, brother? Hey, man, welcome to Hardcore's Hangout. It's where a bunch of hardcores get together and talk about this beautiful game of boxing that we love so much." You know what I'm saying? And casuals come through and grab up a little bit of game to take somewhere else with them. So we appreciate you coming through. Make sure you slap that like button and tell somebody else about the show. We appreciate you up in here. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Man, for the first 6 months, we got so much boxing going on already, Coach.
Man, this year been great, man. I hope we can close out with
a bang.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Hope the Tank close it out for us, man. You know what I'm saying?
If we close it out with a bang, 2024 got to come in with a bang. Got to keep it going, you know?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. B3 say Devin versus Tank. Coach, how does it play out?
Devin versus Tank. It won't go past the 8, 7, 8. My opinion, you know. No disrespect. I just believe in our horse, man.
Oh man.
You know, like they believe in themselves.
No doubt, man. A fight, I definitely know why I want that fight. I want that fight for the main one reason. You got the undisputed champ and you got the face of boxing. You know what I'm saying? And it sets up everybody at that point. Who is the guy?
Yeah,
the number one guy. We already know who it is, but it's going to allow everybody. It's going to shut the naysayers up and everything. And people got to understand who is the real deal.
And he don't even have to put the belts on the line. He can keep the belts.
Keep the belts, huh?
He can keep the belts, man.
Yeah, because people already say he's undisputed, even if he don't take the belts.
Yeah, people want to
beat the man.
People want to see the fight, man. He can keep the belt and remain undisputed, you know? You understand?
I completely understand. Save that 3%, 3 times. What was that? 4 belts?
Oh man,
that's 18%, ain't it?
I was listening to Ward and who else was it? Ward and who just fought last week that was talking about the belt, paying them sanctions.
Earl Spence mentioned it. He mentioned it at the press conference.
He was talking about it, man. So
yeah, Earl said, "I want to know what happened." For now, what you call him, Mauricio Suleiman spoke about that yesterday. He said that
when I listened to it, was in Spanish. I couldn't understand what the hell he was saying.
So he said that the 3% has a cap at it up to 300,000. After 300,000, the 3% doesn't go no further. So if it was $300,001, only 300,000 of it is charged at 3%.
Is that each fight, or just once you pay 300,000 one time on that belt for as long as you have it?
That's a good question. I'm not sure about that.
Right,
but if you got 4 belts,
let's say I just paid. I paid the 300,000. So I gotta do it again each fight, or that's just the remainder, of my time having a belt. That shit sound good, but it's tricky,
Sound real tricky, boy. Yeah, I'm gonna find out about that because that's a good damn question right there, Coach. Yes, indeed. Because every time I defend it, I gotta pay that 3% again. That adds up.
Right. They open a can of worms. Them shit, boxing is starting to change.
That's probably why Floyd never wanted to be undisputed.
Floyd said the belts don't do nothing but collect dust. That's why. And for years, man, fighters was considered dumb and uneducated, and they didn't know what was going on. They was just going with the flow or whatever. No, today is different, man. Thanks to Larry Holmes, Bernard Hopkins, Floyd Mayweather, them guys changed the game, man.
No doubt, no doubt. Hey, salute to HJHUJ. He was the one to get Mike Miser up in here. He shared the show. He said, yeah, my man HJ sent me, bro, say y'all be talking that talk up in here. And he shared the show to Mike Miser. And look, he in here just because he shared the show. Salute to my brother right there. That's what it's about. Sharing the show, man, and somebody show right up in there. It's just that.
And networking with each other, man. Stop going against each other,
Exactly. So that's an assignment for each and everybody up in here today, man. Share the show with somebody that love this beautiful game of boxing, man. So we can build the hangout even better, man. And we can make more decisions up in here, and more people understand that we be talking some good boxing up in here, man. That's what we talking here. We talk boxing. And I'm gonna tell you, I learned a lot today with Coach Kenny was dropping on us, about certain things, man. And that's what it's about. Keep on learning. And where you gonna get that learning from? Hardcore Hangout. There ain't a bunch of arguments up in here. We ain't cussing each other out in here. Nah, this sophisticated talk up in here. We ain't for none of that Bama stuff. It's a sucker-free environment. We don't get down like, and you come here with that rhetoric, you be out of here like baseball. I ain't playing that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're gonna respect you and you're gonna respect us. That's how we get down up in men shit. Ain't it right, Coach?
That's it. If I'm cussing you, I'm joking with somebody on set. Like, squeeze. That's my man. We go back and forth all the time.
Oh man, Squeeze, my guy, a funny character.
They're gonna cut somebody out, man.
Fat Steel said, "Where has Stacy Selby been?"
Oh, he taking care of some personal things right now. He'll be back real soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, man. I'm gonna tell you, man. Y'all just don't understand. The Upton Gym got so much talent in there, man. That I see future world champions that's going to be coming from Upton Gym. If y'all think Tank is the last one, you're sadly mistaken. They got some goons in there, man. I'm talking 7, 8, 9, 10-year-old guys that are ready to put hands on.
Listen, you said the word goons. I tell people all the time, it's different when you fighter come up from that curve, man.
Oh man,
than a fighter that was
spoon fed.
Right. They just took him to the gym so he could be a boxer. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But you got a kid come from that curve, his mentality different, man. in Baltimore City, man, these kids got different mentality.
Going through a lot.
Yeah.
Going through a lot at 5 and 6 years old.
And Philly the same way.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
The
No doubt.
mentality is different, man. You know?
Yeah. When they be fighting for a whole different reason, man.
We're not on no point system. I keep telling people, we're not on no point system. You know? Tank ain't on no point system. Y'all can have all them points. All that, what's that stuff they showing during the fights, the stats? Factor
stats and all that.
Yeah, they can have them stats. Take the stats. Because we're going to erase all of that shit.
Hey, man, I'm going to tell you.
They know what time it is.
Hey, Coach, tell them, though, about how people don't understand about Tank. They don't understand that Tank like to get down and dirty in that ring. He likes to rumble. That's when he's at his best. You fight him.
You know, stick and move. Boxing is, you don't get hit. That sounds good. Tank can box whatever he want. But Tank, he coming for your dome, man. Everything he throw, man, has got authority on it. You know what I mean? He ain't gonna throw it unless he's 99.9% sure he gonna land it.
That's so true, man. That's so true. You know, could take his time. He's poised, man. He has very good discipline. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing like a fighter, man, that can take his time in that ring. That's when you know you got a real, because that's how Floyd was. Floyd took his time in that ring. No matter what type of storm was coming towards him, he was like the matrix in between it and slowed it down, man. And Tank got that same thing.
Find a way, you know. Accept the pain that come with it, because pain come with it. You know, you gotta be a freak for the pain.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you something. I've been saying it for a minute, man. You know, we've been watching this beloved game for a long time. They done put Isaac Cruz on the Spence Crawford co-main event. You know what I'm saying? And when you get that spot, they're building you up for something. You know what I mean? I done seen it too many times. It's like fattening up a turkey for Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? And as Calvin called them, the head, the bees, they know what's going on. And they done made this boy Pitbull a star. You know what I'm saying? And Calvin said that's the only one we made a star. And Calvin said he want that fight back. Now, I'm a truly, I even said it to the Showtime president, Steven Espinoza, when I was up at New York at the press conference. I said, man, look like y'all setting, giving that boy Isaac Cruz a big exposure, putting him on that undercard of the biggest fight in 10 years. So if they doing that, that's making me think, man, that they're going to do a rematch between him and Tank, man. Yeah, I'm going to tell you. That's what I'm thinking.
The only reason why I want that fight, because I know Tank fought that fight with one hand. And he did a tremendous job with one hand. I want the world to see what would have happened if he get in there with two hands.
Yeah, because one thing about that boy Isaac Cruz, he won a rumble.
No. Yeah, he won a rumble. He think he won a rumble too. You know what I mean? Tank ain't touch him in that last fight.
Yeah.
To some people he touched him, but to his team, we know he ain't touch him because he wasn't 100%.
He get a chance in with that brick hand. Yeah,
we're gonna get him though. You know.
Yeah. I really think that's what they said.
I like Cruz though, man. Real respectful, man. I like his family, good guy, man. I would love to work with Cruz one day. Yeah, I like him.
I like his demeanor. He just come forward and want to fight. He's that old school Mexico. You know what I mean? He wants to rumble.
My whole family nice, man.
Nice. But yeah, I think that's what's next, to be truthfully honest, man. I want to see Shakur or Haney, but these guys that run boxing.
I would love to see Cruz in the mix against any one of them, not just Tank.
Yeah.
Haney or Shakur. They're good fights, man.
Frank Martin. Yeah,
get the people what they want to see, man.
Yes, indeed, man. Because that's a lot of exposure to be getting. Yeah. He's getting primo spot being the co-main in the biggest fight in the last 10 years.
Exactly.
So, you know what I mean? They ain't doing that for nothing, man. When you put in for an investment, you want to return.
Exactly.
So and then that's just boxing, y'all. I'm just keeping it real, man. We've been watching this game for a long time, so we know how things happen. You know what I'm saying? sometimes we have no control, man, to be truthfully honest, man. The heads of bees, the ones that got that purse, that, you know what I mean, they make them decisions, man. Yes, indeed. But when I talked to Showtime Espinoza, he said himself, yeah, man, that's a good fight. I wouldn't mind seeing it, you know what I mean? Because of what happened the last time. He said Tank hand was hurting, you know what I'm saying? And he feels though that we'll see definitely a different outcome on this one. And don't let Isaac Cruz knock this next guy out. Everybody be talking smack then.
Oh man,
Giovanni guy. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. What questions y'all got for Coach Kenny before we get up out of here, man? Because we got some stuff to do for Saturday.
Yeah. I got 10 minutes. I got 10 minutes. That time I got 10 minutes.
10 minutes, yes, indeed. We got 10 minutes to ask them questions. We laid my father down last night, Coach, man, and
man,
we sent them off good, man. We sent them off good.
Bless the soul, man. That's something we all got to go through, man. You know.
Yeah, man. But I felt good about it, man.
That part, you know.
HJ say, what y'all think about Kenny Sims Jr., coach in Hardcore? Go ahead, Coach.
I like Kenny Sims Jr., man. He competitive, man. He not the strongest puncher, but he got enough sting to make you respect him, you know. A lot of people talk about that 140 division. They just looking at the champions, but the ones you got to go through, the Kenny Sims gonna be champion soon, but you got to go through some people, you know.
Yeah, that 140 division is smoking.
Yeah.
I like Kenny Sims Jr. as well, man. I definitely feel though he got next.
Good kid, good respectable kid too, man. You know, always smiling, happy, you know.
Yes, indeed. What about that guy, Sabril Matias? Nobody talks about him in that 140 division.
Man, listen, wherever you got that dog at, they act like he don't exist. They talk around because the people don't, you know what I mean?
Yes, that boy got brick hands, baby.
Yeah. He's not the best boxer, so if you get up there, you're gonna have to box him every round. But if
you gotta be perfect with that boy.
Wherever you stop, you might drop. So you better be you understand what I'm saying? You better be able to box 12 rounds.
Yes, indeed. Postman always making the delivery. How you doing, my brother? He said Pitbull Duck Shakur.
No, maybe, but I don't believe that.
I think he really wanted to get back with Tank.
Yeah, I can't see a person willing to fight Tank
and not fight Shakur.
It's just not, you know.
Yeah, they knew the money ain't there with Shakur, and it's a chance they'll lose against Shakur. And they really
these fighters been in the ring for years. They don't have no reason to duck another man.
Oh man,
unless that man got some show enough power that can get him up out of there. You know what I mean?
For sure. B3 says, Coach, could you ever see Tank versus Matias, Sabril Matias?
If Tank should move up to 140 in the future, you know, right now Tank make 135 so easy, and he once he clean out the lightweight division and he move up to 140, clean out the 140 division. If Matias is there, it can happen.
Anybody can get it, right?
Yeah. But let's get this lightweight division completed first, you know?
Yeah, man, Tank is looking so good, man. I want to salute to his nutritionist, man, because he got Tank looking good for sure, man. And for what I understand, Spence uses the same person as well, you know?
Yeah.
So it got them drinking water and everything. And that always was a forbidden thing back in the day, drinking a whole bunch of water. You know what I mean? But now they understand the science to it all, you know what I mean? And they got everything correct and they figured it out. But man, it looked like Tank could make 130, to be honest.
Yeah. If it was somebody, you know, worth it, he could make 130. But right now,
indeed. But I hate to see a 130 man getting hit by Tank, to be honest, man. Yeah, boy, they say knocking out light heavyweights, man. You know, so I mean, some people are just gifted. You know what I mean? Tank no muscular guy, no big muscular guy, nothing like that, man.
I think like even remind me of Roberto Duran. You know, Duran come from 126 and went all the way up to what? Middleweight?
Yeah, went to 160, 168, didn't he?
Yeah. So in due time, you know, when the bodies flow up and weight start coming on, you know. Possibility.
Yes, indeed. Do you think Tank will ever get up to 147? Me personally, I don't think so. But what do you think, Coach?
It depends on, you know, what the body do. You know, metabolism slow down, shit happens, you know. So right now he's making 35 so good, so it'll be at the end of his career if it, you know,
go to 47 or something like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, indeed. If y'all don't have any more questions, we're gonna get on up out of here. Coach Kenny did give us an update on Tank, and you're just getting in the building. He said he's doing well. He's in good spirit. He's playing football and basketball.
Yeah.
And in population, general population. Yes, indeed, man. I say it's like a free environment around here, man. We don't play.
That's it.
Other than that, this is your boy Jay Hardcore Boxing News. Make sure that you like, make sure that you subscribe, and tell somebody about the show. You know what I mean? We ain't gotta always use technology. We can still say word of mouth is the best way to get things out there, man. I'm old school. Word of mouth is where it's at, you know. But but also share the show, man. Let somebody know that loves boxing that we're around 8 o'clock Monday through Friday, and on Saturdays we come on at 9 o'clock, and we just talk about boxing, man. Simple as that. Ain't a whole bunch of other rhetoric going on. We like boxing and talk that good stuff. We talk the technical stuff, man. And we give you what we feel. Give you our last things you need to say, Coach. Let them know where they can find you at, which everybody do know, but let us know.
All social media, Coach Kenny Ellis.
That's right. Other than that,
24/7.
24/7. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Other than that, we out of here.
Man.
Appreciate you, Coach. It's always a pleasure.
My man.
Peace.
Peace out.
You too, brother.